Alrighty traders, George here, and time for a look at gold. It's been a little while since the last video. I did one before Thanksgiving, and wanted to let the post-Thanksgiving days roll by to get us back to normal. And we saw some pretty intense price action in the futures since Thanksgiving, but enough time's gone by now to reassess where we are and to follow up on what I showed you guys the last time. So let me just bring you back to, this was November 17th. This is a screenshot from the last video. We actually had broken to some new lows here. We hit a low of 1130.40, and then we quickly snapped back, creating a couple new trade zones to watch in the 1140s and in the very upper 1160s here. The time that I did the video, we were at 1189s, and really putting a lot of focus on this air pocket between about 1200 and about 1170. So a lot of room to work here for both sides of the playing field here, bulls and the bears. And the real point of this video here was to show you the breakdown and then what the new key price points are. So just to take note, upper 1160 is the most important handle here, below the round number at 1200. And well, they are what they are. There they are in white. Okay, so let's go to a current chart right now. This is what gold is up to Sunday evening here, and this particular look back, I'm going to the last key swing high that we made. It happened to come in at 1392.60. 1391 was a key bounce beam and forecasted price point for gold that I had thrown out when we were trading in the 1400s even. Before we ever made it into the 1300s, and it turned out to be quite a resonant zone with the market. Here's an older snapshot. I think might have a little nod to that. Do I have that here? Well, maybe not too handy. Maybe this guy's got it. There it is. So you'll recall this from the old videos. This grid here, 1243, putting focus on the upper 12s and then the low 13s, and then 1341 and 1391. Those were the two breakout targets and key resistance points to watch and to gauge if the bulls could keep it over those levels, yes or no. Obviously the answer no there, but 1391 really resonated pretty hard. 92.60 was the print, and it sent us on this really intense sell-off here. So here we are, 1194.10 Sunday evening Globex, and what I've highlighted here is essentially a trade setup around the upper 11.8s and 11.9s. So breaking below this bounce beam right here, we could look to be short at about 1188.70. Basically getting below 1189 there starts to put us below this trading commitment. Now we broke below there twice already, but have sort of just recovered and hung on to this ledge. If we start to break down here much more at all, there's a pretty good air pocket that would pull us down to what I have as a target one here at 65.90s. It's actually into the upper 1160s, and that kind of correlates with the bounce beam I showed you in an earlier video. So this range here is starting to take effect on the traders, and a key spot to watch. So you're short south of 1190, and you're going to look for the upper 1160s for your first target. Below that, we taper off in terms of trading commitment in a huge way. Look to retest these lows here at 1141. And then below that, it's really Katie bar the door. I've got 1071 here tagged as a runaway downside target, the most immediate runaway downside target, and I'll leave it at that. To the bull side, if the bulls can start trading over this level here, we obviously have the round number of 1200, but about 1197.60 will get us on top of this trading commitment right here, this balance beam at the floor, this spike. There are a couple smaller scale air pockets, all part of this larger scale breakdown below the dominator here, where the floor comes in at about 1282s and we go up to about 1323s or so to the top line. So at the very bottom side of that, we would look for a target 3 on the way up. So on the way up here, 1219s, look left. Again, look left, 1248s, sort of where this shelf breaks off again, and then up to 1286s. Three really key upside price points in case gold goes on a run. Those are going to be key ones to watch, and below, these are going to be key ones to watch. And where price is right now, this battle over the upper 11/8 and the 1200 line, that's still being fought out. And I've got these arrows drawn here. So essentially over this level here, watch for upside. Below this level here, watch for downside. I have a second arrow drawn here with the notion that we break down here, we fill into the second, or I should say the first target zone, but this second stage bounce beam, and we simply go down and tag that zone and we bounce again, and over that level would then make this a target 1 and so on. So this last breakdown here and all the volatility that came in on this one daily candle here, very intense, and the bulls walked away with the win on that one to new structure highs. This particular candle here is really significant. The open of this candle right here is it is 1159.40. So 1159.40 is also a key value to watch to the downside. If we break below that, that would be a real sign of weakness after everything that gold has gone through there. So 1159.40s, keep an eye on that in case we get any lower. And that's the battle plan for gold for the time being. Make sure you go to the bottom of this video, see that link there. You can use that link to get into the live room. I'll be in there Tuesday through Thursday. Friday we got some client training. We've only got a couple weeks to go, gang, before we go into the holiday. It's a great time to get your trading together, to get on board with a program that can get you trading profitably, and that's what we do. So what you don't want to do is try and make the most out of the time that's left to make money back that you've lost, and that's where most traders are with their process. A lot better to simply learn some new methodologies, let those old reps go, and then you can hit January running. And we're going to have a big bang to the new year once we get into about the third week of January, so you want to be ready for that. All right, folks, that'll do it for your gold update, and we will see you back in the live room.